Ever gaze up at the magnificent Cologne Cathedral and wonder about its secrets? This Gothic masterpiece, which took over 600 years to build, is shrouded in a dark and fascinating legend. They say its very blueprints were born from a deal with the devil himself. The story begins in the 13th century with the cathedral's first master builder, Gerhard. He was a brilliant architect, but the sheer scale of the project overwhelmed him. Day after day, he struggled, unable to perfect the design. Desperate and exhausted, he collapsed near a stone by the Rhine River, a place now known as the Devil's Stone. As he lay there, a shadowy figure appeared. It was the devil, and he had an offer Gerhard couldn't refuse: the complete, perfect blueprints for the cathedral. The price? Gerhard's soul? The catch? The plans had to be delivered before the first rooster crowed at dawn. In some versions, the deal was even darker, demanding the souls of Gerhard, his wife, and their child. Gerhard, seeing no other way, reluctantly agreed. But his clever wife had overheard the entire sinister bargain. She wasn't about to let the devil claim her family. Just as the first light of dawn began to break, and before any real rooster had a chance to wake, she let out a perfect imitation of a rooster's crow. Fooled by the trick, the devil angrily threw down the priceless blueprints and vanished, believing he had lost the bet. Gerhard had his plans, and his soul was saved, all thanks to his quick-witted wife. But the story doesn't end there. When the devil realized he'd been deceived, his fury knew no bounds. He laid a powerful curse upon the cathedral, vowing that the very day it was finally completed, the world would come to an end. This curse, the legend says, is why the cathedral's construction took an astonishing 632 years, from 1248 all the way to 1880. Even today, you'll almost always see scaffolding somewhere on the building. Many locals believe this is a deliberate choice, a constant state of under construction to keep the devil's apocalyptic curse at bay. If the work ever truly stops, will the world end? There's another, slightly different legend that's just as chilling. This one involves a race between the master builder and the devil. The devil bet he could build an aqueduct from a distant city to Cologne faster than the architect could finish the cathedral. As the builder was about to place the final stone on the soaring tower, he looked down and saw water already gushing through the devil's newly finished canal. Devastated at having lost the bet, the architect leaped from the scaffolding to his death. In his rage and triumph, the devil is said to have ripped a piece from the cathedral wall, leaving a mark some say is still visible today, known as the Devil's Claw. So, which story do you believe? Is the Cologne Cathedral a monument to faith and human perseverance? Or is it a beautiful trap, holding the end of the world in its final unplaced stone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into legend. If you love exploring the dark histories behind famous landmarks, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.